When we reach over the age of 40, we can often find the exercise that worked in our younger days no longer works anymore. So we do need to be doing things differently. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. How can you exercise before, during and after menopause to get the optimum results? Hello fam, and welcome to my channel. My name's Melissa Neal, and this channel is all about helping you if you're a woman over 40 or like me over 50 get in fantastic shape. I've done a series of videos around what happens before, during and after menopause and how we can lose weight. And this is the one where I'm going to go into detail about exercise. So I'm going to cover the type of exercise that you should be doing, what's going to be best for fat burning, and I'm actually going to show you, I'm going to demonstrate some of the key exercises that you need to incorporate into your routine. But first, I'm going to talk about what doesn't work and why. And the first thing is overuse of cardio. So this is really common when we get older, is when we're not seeing weight loss results, what we can tend to do is increase our cardio activity. And what I'm talking about is kind of the intense cardio. It's not the walking, it's the more intense stuff that you do at the gym, or, you know, running, that kind of thing, going on the elliptical, going on the rower. And if we do over 30 minutes, it's actually going to make our metabolism worse. And this is what's changed, what's different about being older. We often think about the best way of getting fat loss is actually to increase our cardio, isn't it? But as we get older, that doesn't do us any favours. And what we need to be doing is focusing on lifting weights, or in other words, strength training. And I'm going to go into exactly what you need to be doing. Oftentimes we can overtrain generally. So whether that's cardio or strength training, we kind of think the thing we need to do, and I've done this, is do more and more and work out 7 days a week. And that's actually not going to help us when we get older, because getting our rest days in, keeping our cortisol levels at bay is actually really going to help us. So I recommend having 2 days a week at least where you are not doing strenuous activity. So let's get into it. What is it that we should be doing? Well, the first thing we need to do is strength training or lifting weights. It's really important that you kind of make that a priority and your main form of exercise. And I recommend you do between 30 and 60 minutes 3 or 4 times a week. And I'm going to hit the gym now to show you exactly what exercises you should be doing when it comes to strength training. And you can do these exercises that I'm demonstrating either at home, or I'm going to show you some stuff that you can also do at the gym. There are 5 key exercises that we really need to have in our repertoire, which are great for fat burning. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is our lower body. I'm using dumbbells here, but if you're doing this in the gym, use a barbell, and I'm going to show you. And normally we do between 3 to 5 sets of each exercise. So this is a squat. And what we need to do is have our chest up, our shoulders back, and sit back in our heels. If you're squatting in the gym, use a barbell, because you're going to be able to lift much heavier with a barbell, and it's really good for getting all those leg muscles working. If you have a bad back or bad knees, or you just want to build your confidence with squatting, try seated squats, otherwise known as box squats. The next exercise is a hinging exercise, which is a deadlift, and I'm going to show you a Romanian deadlift, otherwise known as an RDL. So it's very different from a squat. We're going to stand upright and then we're going to hinge from the hip. We're going to keep the dumbbells very close to our legs and arch our back. And I can't go too low into this movement because what's going to happen, because I've got tight hamstrings, is I'm going to curve my back inwards, which isn't very good. So if you go lower and you find you're curving your back inwards like that, you need to just bend, you need to take it a little bit higher.
You can also use a barbell for RDLs, which will enable you to go a lot heavier again.
I'm now going to show you walking lunges. Now, as I've said, I've got another video which actually shows you a lot of modifications that you can do to either lunge in a different way or do an alternative exercise, and I'll put this up at the end of this video so you can watch it. It also has alternative exercises and ways that you can squat, because you can do a seated squat. So now I'm going to show walking lunges.
Do 3 sets of 20 of these, and you can do it without any weight at all if you're struggling with the weight.
This is one of our push movements, and the overhead press is fantastic for working our whole body. We're going to start off in this position. I would use dumbbells both at home and in the gym, but you can use a machine in the gym. But do watch out for your shoulders. So you're going to start in this position, press all the way up, and then bring your dumbbells all the way back to your shoulders. You want to get the full range of motion, so don't just come halfway down. When you bring the dumbbell down, come all the way to here. It's really going to exercise your shoulders.
Another great push movement to have in your repertoire is bench press, and you can also do this with dumbbells. Alternatively, you can do push-ups, otherwise known as press-ups.
The other upper body movement that we need to do is a pull movement, and there's lots of ways of doing a pull movement, and I'm going to show you how you would do this at home, which is a bent over row. So I'm going to turn slightly to the side, lean forward slightly, because as the word describes, it's going to be bent over, and then we're going to bring our arms up near to our shoulders, but not quite to our shoulders.
Another great pull exercise, if you have access to a gym or a really good home gym, is the lateral pull down. Another really great pull movement is the pull up, and if you can't do it unassisted, do it assisted in the gym, or you can use a band. Technically, this isn't one of the 5 key movements, which is push, pull, squat, deadlift or lunge. This is a hip thrust, which is really great for strengthening your glutes and strengthening your back. And you can also do this as a glute bridge from the floor instead.
If you're looking to have this covered all in one place, I do run programs specifically designed for women's bodies when we reach over the age of 40, and it has your exercise program with video tutorials, it has your nutrition all covered. So I will link those programs in the description, and I also have a free menopause and over 40s weight loss guide, so I'll link that one too in the description, which is really going to help you. So if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to get more videos like this. The next thing we need to be incorporating, if we can, is high intensity interval training, and that's known as HIIT for short. Don't confuse high intensity interval training with high impact training, because it doesn't need to be high impact. It can actually be done straight after your strength training workout if you wish, and on any piece of equipment for about 10 minutes, that's the minimum, and up to a maximum of 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, if you're doing high intensity interval training properly, you're not going to get anything out of doing more than 30 minutes. And as I said at the start of this video, we don't want to be doing an overuse of cardio anyway. And what HIIT does is it actually supports strength training. So it's going to help build our strength. So what is it? Well, HIIT is short bursts of high intensity activity, and it can be done on any piece of equipment. So it could be a rowing machine, a bike, a Stairmaster, it could be sprinting outside, it could be intense hill walking. And what you do is 20 seconds to up to 90 seconds of very intense activity, and then 20 seconds to up to 2 minutes of resting or walking pace. And what that's going to do, it's going to get your heart rate up. I actually have high intensity interval training workouts on my channel, so I will link a low impact workout that you can do. But some of it is going to be according to your fitness levels. So for somebody like me, I can do sprinting, I can be sprinting on an air bike, and I'm going to be working my heart rate between 80 and 90%. So as you get fitter, you'll be able to do the same, but it's something that you can work towards. And the idea is that you get your heart rate up to 80 or 90% of your maximum heart rate. That's what you need to be doing. And a good way of calculating what your maximum heart rate is 220 minus your age. And that's all you need to be doing in terms of cardio. But you can include walking, and I would actively encourage you to think about getting your step levels up. So what does that mean? Well, you can get a step counter on your tracking watch, can't you? And it tracks your activity levels. So it doesn't necessarily have to be walking. Walking's a really easy way of getting it in, but you could also be dancing around your kitchen, which I love to do. You could be gardening, you could be doing housework. So it's just going to track your activity levels. And you can do things like when you're visiting places, park further away and take the stairs, not the lift. That kind of thing is going to really help you. Or if you're catching a train, maybe go to a train station one stop further away, or a bus stop one stop further away. And do remember, with all of this, it's really important that you get your nutrition right too. And I am going to put a video up at the end of this video that explains exactly how to do your nutrition before, during and after menopause. Let me know in the comments section whether you're already exercising like this and if you find it really works for you. I know it works for me, and lots of the women that join my programs actually find it really works for them. Quitting doing so much cardio and doing strength training instead. And if you don't follow it already, do give it a try and let me know in the comments section whether you're going to give it a try and how you get on.